She pushed the paper across the table, like it was a contract for my soul. The restaurant's glow caught the edges of her smile, calculated, rehearsed. The title screamed louder than the jazz band. In the corner, things you need to change. To marry me, 23 items. My haircut, my friends, my laugh, my mother, even how. Often I blinked at my phone. At the bottom, sign here to show you're serious. I folded the page, set it beside the water glass. This is really helpful, I told her, steady as stone. She softened, relieved, lifting her wine, like she'd won. That's when I slid out, my own paper, one line written in calm, deliberate ink. Find a new girlfriend. Her smile cracked, her throat tightened. I stood, tucked my chair back in, walked out. It hadn't started this way. The night we met, the city was wet with thunder, glass shining like mirrors. She was under an awning, clutching a book, like a shield, laughing at the storm. I offered my umbrella. She waved it off, but stole my coffee instead. We spoke, until the cafe lights flickered closed. She called me interesting, because I was quiet. I thought she meant it. Sundays were markets. Mornings were routines. My dog liked her. I mistook tolerance for affection. She touched my face when she spoke of the future. I let myself believe in it. Belief is the easiest door to unlock once. Then the hinge began to squeal. Her phone turned face down. Night stretched long. Perfume lingered on her coat, not her skin. A message flashed once on her screen. Tomorrow then, signed only with an M. I didn't accuse, I observed. Precision cuts deeper than rage. Her Face ID betrayed her. I used the access she forgot I had. The truth was scattered in small, damning pieces. Midnight ride, shares the street she hated. Photos stored in hidden albums. Receipts with my name forged. She was meticulous with lies, but careless with patterns. Evidence doesn't shout, it stacks. I didn't scream, I calculated. The lease, my name. The deposit, my receipts. The car she drove, mine. The insurance, mine. Her credit trail built on my accounts. I copied everything. Screenshots, timestamps, receipts, not. To ruin her, to free myself cleanly. Then I made calls to the wedding venue. She'd only toured. I confirmed we would not proceed. They sent me her emails, complete with my financial details she'd volunteer without asking. Fraud by handwriting to the florist. I canceled the consultation she'd booked on my card, the charges reversed. To the landlord of the apartment she planned as her studio, I requested the rental. Application. 2 names. My forged signature. I flagged it. Security freeze. Placed on my credit file the same night. Finally to M from an anonymous account. Check her hidden album before you make plans. Nothing more. A spotlight, not a fire. What he did with it wasn't my concern. The pieces were aligned. That night, I walked into the restaurant. Calm, collected, the envelope against my ribs like a silent weapon. She strutted, irradiant, certain she owned the scene. Her list landed like a verdict. She expected me to beg for appeal. This is really helpful, I said, sliding mine back with surgical precision. 1 line, 1 strike. She blinked, laughed. Weakly. Sit down. You're being dramatic. I didn't. I paid only for my glass of water with a card she didn't know existed. A small move, but enough to leave her confused when the alert didn't ping on my usual account. Small cracks make mountains crumble. Her eyes followed me desperate. Where are you going? Home, I said and walked out. The next morning, her world buckled. The ride share car declined. My car refused her key. The apartment door lock blinked red at her code. Inside her suitcase was packed, labeled, inventoried. No shouting, just order. On the counter, her 23 demands sat beneath. My one-line reply. Beside them, my dog sat loyal at my feet, judging without a bark. Her phone erupted with messages. From M. The hidden album wasn't hidden anymore. She read them, pale as paper, the throne of secrets collapsing beneath. Her. What is this? She whispered. A. Return to the truth. I answered. She clawed for anger. You can't just I already did. I handed her an envelope with blurred notes, evidence stripped of, faces, but heavy with implication. Enough to explain why she was leaving. Not enough to bury her. I wasn't that man. I was the one who learns. The locks changed by noon. Utilities shifted to my name. The florist refunded the consultation. The venue released the hold. My credit file froze. My life did. Not. At the door, suitcase in hand, she tried for tragedy. I loved you. I know what that word costs. I said, you can't afford it. The door closed behind her. A clean period. I made breakfast, fed the dog. Let the silence fill with relief, not loss. Justice doesn't always need an audience. Sometimes it only needs a steady breath. Later, I laid out both lists on the table. 23 conditions to reshape me. One condition to reclaim myself. I folded them together once, twice, and slid them into the drawer, with spare screws and warranty cards. Her list was a demand for control. Mine was a reminder. She handed me her version of love. I returned a mirror. In it, she saw herself. In it, I found freedom, and I walked out.